Hi viewers, I'm Dr. Nicolette McGuire, Director of Student Affairs and Associate Professor at Oceania University of Medicine. Welcome to Meet the Faculty. We have with us today Dr. Dina Jamil, who is a lecturer, academic and research advisor at OUM. So welcome, Dr. Jamil.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire. Thank you for having me.
Hello, everyone. Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers, let them know a little bit about your background?
Sure, definitely. Hello, everyone. So my name is Dr. Dina Jamil. I am an MD, so I graduated medical school in Baghdad, Iraq from Al-Nahrain University in 2003. And I practiced medicine there for 7 years. And then we moved to Australia and settled here. So since the move here to Australia, I did my AMC exams, did diploma in child health, did masters in women health, but then I decided to move to academia and research. My research interest is in the field of diabetes, in terms of development, diagnosis, and management. You're on mute, Dr. McGuire. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm about to teach about diabetes and SBM endocrine next week, so maybe you should come by and give a guest spot in the lecture.
That will be interesting.
Okay, so, well, with all those accomplishments, how did you end up becoming involved with OUM?
In the past decade, I've been teaching in different Australian universities, and Dr. Kamara was one of my colleagues. So October last year, she contacted me and asked if I'm interested to join OUM faculty, and I said yes.
Perfect. Well, we're really glad that you were able to join us. So I said at the beginning that you're a lecturer, you're an academic advisor, and you're a research advisor at OUM. And our academic advising program is a bit unique and special to us. So could you tell our viewers what is an academic advisor and what do they do to support students?
Yes, that's a good question. So academic advisor is one of the faculty that is available there for the student, like one-on-one coach or one-on-one support. And it's the student first point of contact if they need any help, if they have any question, if they are not sure of where to go or whom to ask. So they come to us as their first point of contact. So we can provide advice in terms of their study plan or study strategy, what's next in their pathway. Also, we can provide support, or we can give feedback about their exams. All sorts of things, even life coaching. So if a student feel they need someone just to and relieve the stress of life, they can always come to us.
And how often do you meet with an advisee, and do you have like a one-to-one relationship with one advisee?
Yes, so each student is entitled to 1 hour per week, and most of the students will take advantage of this 1 hour per week, and they love to have that weekly meeting. Even if not for the whole hour, just to check in and say, hey, I'm doing well, I'm good, I don't need anything, and that's it. It makes them feel better and makes us make sure that they are doing well.
And I know we have we have an on-demand advising service now, so that students don't have to wait for their hour if they have an urgent need. Have you been involved in that on-demand service yet?
Yes, I have. I haven't addressed a student on that platform yet,
Mhm.
But I'm part of the team and I'm available if anyone needs help out of their advising hours. So if a student, went on a holiday and they are in different time zone with their regular advisor, they can always use that platform. Or if they have something urgent and their advisor is away for one reason or another, so they can always use that platform.
Okay. So I know you're an academic advisor and you're a research advisor as well, and you have a strong background in research, so you have some expertise there. And when OUM went from offering an MBBS degree to an MD degree, that research requirement was added. So do students who are coming in for an MD degree, do they need to also have a background in research?
No, not necessarily. Our student with MD degree, they don't have to have that research background. So our role as research advisors is to guide them through the steps of their research project, and we provide any support in terms how to choose their research question or research topic, how to start collecting data, how to write their prospectus or their manuscript, how to publish them. So we'll guide them through the steps. And there is the research methodology module with pre-recorded lectures and resources they can always refer to. So no need for background experience in research.
So there's supports in place even if people haven't done any research as part of their undergrad degree, or they don't need to have done any previous research in graduate?
Absolutely.
So I know it's like, medical students have a lot to study and a lot going on all of the time. So research is an additional requirement, a very important one. So is this something that students can put like on their CV? Are they able to publish the work that they do?
Yes, definitely. Having a research publication, something important on the CV when they start to apply for a job or even for their subspecialty. If they are planning to subspecialize in the future, it is a very important part of their professional development.
Okay, so the last role that you have many roles at the university. I want to ask you a little bit about being a lecturer as well. So what subjects do you teach? What's your favorite thing to teach at OUM?
My favorite thing to teach is the mini cases. I like the clinical aspect of teaching medicine. So yes, I like the mini cases, facilitating mini cases. I facilitate respiratory mini cases in the past term. Mm-hmm. And that was very interesting role I did. Having the student, do all the research, all the work, and they come ready to the session to present what they have found about that particular case or that particular topic was very interesting to do. I also teach microbiology for eFoundation courses and microanatomy, cell biology, and molecular biology and medical genetics.
Oh, so you must have more than 24 hours in each of your days. You're able to do all of that. So you were mentioning eFoundations and SBM. So just for prospective students who may be watching, those are courses that are part of our preclinical curriculum. So when you matriculate into the university, you first take an Introduction to Medicine course that provides a foundation for the preclinical courses. So even if you don't have a background in doing pre-medical courses in university, it gives you a good basis, a good background to get started in our first set of courses, which are the eFoundations, and Dr. Jamil mentioned a few of those there. If you want some more information, you can have a look at the student catalog. And then the SBMs, which are system-based modules, which are kind of the transitional courses between the E-Foundations, which give you the foundational understanding and what she's just spoken about, for example, microanatomy and cell biology and others, and start to apply them to clinical concepts. And so this mini case part that you were mentioning, facilitating in the SBMs, is a pretty critical part of that, because it helps you contextualize and start to apply some of the knowledge in both the SBMs and the E-Foundations. But what I want to ask you is not so much about the curriculum part, but many students are curious about how we engage students in our virtual classrooms, and if that's different than being on site in a classroom for the preclinical years. So is it an engaging experience? Do students participate in our Zoom classrooms, or in the mini cases in particular? Are there opportunities for students to interact with faculty and each other in those sessions?
Yes, definitely. That's the thing I love about OUM. Despite having a virtual classroom, so I find student engagement is even more than in a regular classroom. So OUM students, they are very engaging, they are very enthusiastic, they are very resilient in learning and, get their degree and be there in the field to practice.
We have a real diversity of backgrounds, and I think that really comes out in the mini cases, because many people have clinical experience, others may have graduate degree experience, others may come from completely different fields outside of healthcare. And so when they come together in these SBM sessions and mini cases and start to apply that knowledge, it makes the discussion really interesting. And because we have students, for example, from Australia and New Zealand and North America and Samoa, where the knowledge will be applied in different ways, it can be, it can be kind of fun to have that experience for sure. And always, of course, because we're on different time zones. So Dr. Jamil, what time is it for you right now?
It is 12:45. So
in
it's in the afternoon. Yes.
And it's on Thursday for you.
It's Thursday, yes.
Yeah. And then for me, it's 10:45 at night on Wednesday, and yet we get to share a classroom and be together having a discussion, which is fun. I like doing that in OUM classrooms.
Yes, I love that too. It is very interesting to have this faculty and student diversity.
Do you have any advice for prospective students who might be thinking of applying? What that application process might be like? Should they get started and apply? What would your advice be to them?
Yes, definitely. I would advise future students to apply if they have the passion, if they have the motive to study medicine, to practice medicine, be there as a successful doctors. OUM will provide all the support, having an academic advisor, having a research advisor. So we will be there for you, hand in hand, throughout your journey until you graduate and become a successful doctor. So if you have that passion, please apply for OUM. Have a faith, believe in yourself, and we will be there for you.
Love it. And do you have any advice for viewers that may be watching that are our current students, maybe that are just starting their E-Foundations or just starting their SBMs? What advice would you give them for doing well?
For our current student, please continue the hard work and continue believing in yourself. We are always there for you, and please reach out if you need any help.
Wonderful. So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for you, evening for me, Dr. Jamil. If any of you who are viewers and prospective students would like more information, I encourage you to get in touch directly with our admissions team or to seek further information on our website. Or you're welcome to contact Dr. Jamil and I directly if you have any questions about our courses or what it's like to be a professor interacting with students here at OUM. So thank you, Dr. Jamil, for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire, for having me this afternoon. And thank you for
Anytime.
giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. And I look forward to work with the future student and continue working with our lovely current students.
Thanks again, and thank you all for joining us. See you next time.
See you. Thank you.